want to thank everybody for coming here tonight. It's really just an honor to have everybody here to share this with our family. So I just wanted some reflections I thought about in the last 10 years of Father Vincent's priesthood. When we were young and we used to walk on the beach, I used to follow in your footsteps in the sand. My brother, Father Vincent, hit me with that line a little over 10 years ago. I didn't know how to react to it at first, but to me it was a crucible moment. I don't know if he knows how much of a crucible moment was in my life, how much I thought about what he had to say. When a priest is studying the seminary, they call it formation. Well, Father Vincent's formation started about 48 years ago in a little red house in the back on a block called Angel Lee Street in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, on a second floor apartment with Margaret, John Chirichella, and myself. I don't know why the house was always painted red, but that house at that time was always painted red. Maybe my father knew somebody who had all this red paint. He couldn't figure it out. But we learned in that house to pray, to be respectful to people when they're speaking. All these things that a mother and father should teach their children. And what we used to do, unlike the kids today that play video games and caught up with Snapchat and Instagram, we used to play Mass. Sometimes I would be the priest, Vinny would be the altar boy. Sometimes Vinny would be the priest, I would be the altar boy. But being that we're from a Lady of Mount Carmel, and they had this beautiful feast with the Giglio, we decided to play feast also, so we used to play Bazaar. And we used to be the bazaar workers. They had a game there called Over and Under. I don't know if you guys ever played Over and Under. It's with a box with two big dice. So Vinny and I decided, Father Vinny and I decided we were going to play Over and Under. And if anything that's over 7, it's over. Anything under 7 is under, and 7 is the point. Well, Father, I still owe you that $16 from 40 years ago. You still remind me of that. The formation of Father Vincent was a collaborative effort between the Chirichella and the D'Alto families. 10 years ago when I spoke, the D'Altos told me I didn't say nothing about the D'Altos. I kept on mentioning the Chirichellas. So the D'Altos are going to shout out for you tonight. My mother, Margaret, is incredible. She's the most loving, caring, sharing, forgiving person I ever met in my life. She loves and forgives till it hurts. My father, John, who's deceased 14 years ago, was the best father anybody could have. He was joyful, he was loving, and he spent time with us. He took us to the beach, he took us to ball games, he took us to Jan's Ice Cream, he took us to Avengers Inn. But not just Father Vinny and myself. If there was room in Johnny's car, everybody was going to Johnny's car. My cousins Agnes, Maria, Sal, anybody who was there, Nancy, my father had room, he was taking you in his car. Hello, Uncle John. So what we learned from my mom and dad was a very strong foundation in Father Vinny's formation. My beloved Uncle Kono, who passed away, was ravaged with cancer. Vinny was newly ordained, Father Vinny. And we went over his house to visit him. And Father Vincent had to go back to St. Luke's for the 5 o'clock Mass. But Uncle Kono insisted that Father Vincent come back and have dinner with him. And he did. He did the 5 o'clock Mass, he came back. we had dinner with him. It was very important to O'Connell, very important to us. I also recall a phone call I got when Father Vincent was newly ordained. In the middle of a beautiful Saturday afternoon like today, my brother called me. He said he needed to talk. I said, let's talk over the phone. He goes, no, I need to talk to you in person. I hopped in my car. On the way there, I thought about those footsteps again. What would I say to him? What does he want to talk about? What advice can I give him? Another crucible moment. We often talk about that. We often talk about being in the back of our Father's car on the way to Our Lady of Mount Carmel for church. Our Father would take us to church. After church, we would go to the Lucas Pastry Shop for cream puffs and over to Grandma Connie's house on Bayard Street, my father's mother, for cream puffs. They have to have cream puffs, and my father would always say, it's family day. Sunday is family day. And he drilled that into our minds, into our brains, over and over again, that the family is the most important thing. The parishioners of Our Lady of Grace, the parishioners of St. Thomas that are here, the parishioners of St. Luke's. You truly have a gift in my brother, not because he's my brother, but he knows about family. There was always room at Margaret's table. There was always room in Uncle Johnny's car. There's always room for Father Vincent in anything you need. So whether he baptized your daughter, gave last rites to your mother, married your daughter or your son, laughed with you, cried with you, heard your confession. It's an honor to be introduced as, this is Michael, Father Vinny's brother. I love you, brother. You're my best friend. And it's an honor to walk into your footsteps. It's an honor. So on behalf of my mother, Margaret, my children, Jennifer and Michael, my wife, Judy, my granddaughter, Andrea, and myself, thank you, and thank you for being part of our family. Thank you.